Okay, bottom spawns here. It's FORGG in the bottom left and Light in the bottom right.
You know, I feel bad for FORGG in this series so far. Like, the game on Neo Silpha that he won was really impressive. And then this game, I feel like strategically, he outplayed Light. And then Light just, like, got these breaks that were amazing. Like, for instance, when the Vulture came out and he killed it and the Marines were outside hitting the racks, that was, like, that was a natural disaster that happened for FORGG, okay? Like, his boat was in his front yard and water damage everywhere, Tasis, okay? It was bad. His insurance did not cover the damage it did.
Why would it matter that the boat was in the front yard? I don't understand.
Because the waves came up so high that it took his boat from his
Oh, well, you didn't explain
property.
that. I didn't even know that he was at the beach.
I thought this was really obvious, Tasis.
Artosis, I'm from Kansas. I don't assume there's waterfronts by my house.
Oh, my gosh. Well, maybe you should have been from somewhere near the ocean. But look, that went so wrong.
Yeah.
And then he actually almost had a clean bust with the 6-fact even after that. Okay, he really did. Like, his Vultures went a little bit too in front of the tanks, and then I believe the tanks were, they were on attack move but hitting mines, so they didn't get in range and siege until after the Vultures were dead. That moment, I feel like FORGG, if he had controlled that slightly better, would have broken Light and actually taken really strong control of that game. Even though he was 2 base against 3, like, if you take control of those bridges, oh man, Light, like, you are just gonna, you're gonna work him over. So I look at that and I'm like, oh my gosh, that really felt like a game that could have gone to FORGG. Like, he could be up 2-1 with really strong strategies here so far. Didn't work out for him though. It's funny, it's like the game that he won was the one that looked like he should not.
I know.
And the games that he lost were the ones where it looked like he should have won.
Mm-hmm.
StarCraft's such a funny game like that.
Yeah, well, TvT is a very complicated matchup. There's so many moving parts and so many different techs, and then the way they interact with each other.
You can
and then the mechanics of how you just engage each other. You can have more and screw up with your tanks and lose them all.
Oh, absolutely. There's so many little, I don't know, nuances to it that allow a player to outplay his opponent in certain areas.
And so we've got the forward racks here from Light. And it looks like it's going to be a quick expand here for FORGG. We know that because there's 1 SCV mining gas instead of 3.
Yeah. Light, we'll see if he takes all of his SCVs off or not. But it looks like probably just factory expand versus factory expand. Very normal stuff. It's interesting to see how few, you know, gasless expands in Command Center First that we're seeing lately in TvT compared to, let's say, a year ago. Builds really rotate a lot.
Okay, FORGG is coming down now.
Look at this move.
And this is pretty nifty, actually. It's 1 Marine versus 2. And the CC is already floating, so he can actually drive this way. And this is annoying because it's already, he was at 400 minerals. He wanted to make the CC. Oh, good control here by FORGG, though.
Ooh, good pullback, good pullback.
But SCVs are better than Marines sometimes. Sometimes. Oh, he didn't move it.
Okay, but this worked out so well. Look at this, 577 minerals, and he makes his command center.
Yeah, that's so good.
Much, look at this, 600 hit points against 200. I mean,
Light is laughing right now.
The 4 to 11 racks worked out wonderfully.
He can't breathe because he's laughing so hard.
Yeah, no, I see him right now. Look at him. He's right there in that booth.
Yeah. Water's coming out of his eyes because it's so funny how much he delayed that command center. It
Water is coming out of his eyes.
Yes. So we have the second factory starting at the same time on both sides.
Okay, I can't wait to see if this is a siege tank or vulture. We'll see in a second here.
FORGG might try to shoot across the map here.
Yeah, he's actually sitting very defensively with those vultures. He must be making an armory. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so this is actually a brand new build. Like, we saw it yesterday. I actually haven't even run into this on the ladder yet. Well, actually, I haven't. Last couple weeks we've been busy, BlizzCon and all that, so I haven't played very much.
Yeah.
But this is like a very new thing that we're seeing, where you're going like no add-on and you're going into Goliath after your expand. But Siege Tank pops out here. I feel like this is actually a good situation to send your Siege Tank across.
Oh, I love this little Rax landing here.
Yeah. It's kind of cute. We'll stop a lot of the
I feel like
mining
this was the first of styling moves that we saw in StarCraft was the usage of floating buildings.
Yeah.
By the way, landing this here means you can't mine as easily, so it's very much worth it to do that and just try to slow things down. And
that costs a lot. And now the vultures are sitting back. The siege tank is coming up. Now, this is a second siege tank that's coming, I believe.
no!
Right behind him.
There's just one?
Yeah, no, this is good. This is good. You have to pull away from the SCVs, though. If the SCVs get up to the siege tank, you are going to be behind. But now he has two siege tanks.
Oh, so good. Look at this. He lands this here. Oh, my God.
The landed racks, like, actually blocks
I will
things.
tell you something. If you play Terran, if you feel so good when you pull off moves like that.
Yeah.
And look, he actually avoided the SCV snare.
Yeah. This is an amazing play here from Light. This is really, really strong. But there are Goliaths out. He has to be a little bit careful. He's so far ahead right now, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
This barracks
so
is
far
causing
ahead.
such a headache. It creates this insane bottleneck. Now the SCVs are being pulled. Oh, my God. Light is so good. He's so good.
Yeah. Very, very solid play.
I'm
He
actually
should have
getting
his mines
chills.
finishing
This
up.
play is so
Oh,
impressive.
he went speed first.
Wow. That way he can reinforce really easily. And
Yeah.
I think FORGG won't be able to reclaim the bottom of the map anytime soon. I mean, one Wraith is coming, but Artosis, how long is it really going to take for one Wraith to drive all this away?
Well, he has to do it with his Goliaths, and he knows that. He cannot wait. Great micro, though, once again. Light going to give up his barracks to be able to do this. You have to lift that command center now. It's taking too much damage. Lift it. Lift it.
Yeah,
lift it.
please.
Lift it. Well, as he kills off one of the siege tanks, he can come back down the ramp. He should have at least 6 Goliaths now, which could
But is it
definitely-
actually worth it to just keep sending vultures here?
Oh,
I mean, look.
he gets the mines down.
Yeah, now he can't land the CC.
Now, this
He needs
situation...
to actually repair the CC, by the way.
Yeah, all you need to do here, because your opponent's on, like, Goliath Wraith, is you just make siege mode.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
no,
get
that's
that up
it.
and that's it.
You make siege mode, because then the Goliaths aren't going to be able to really do much anything. Of course,
So what do you
4G
want to do for Light here? Do you want to just throw down 2 starports now?
No, no, no.
Try to counter
No,
this,
no, no.
or you just want to go ground, Goliath tank? and
Well,
you just-
he was the one I was saying you go siege mode, because you've got the mines up already, and you're playing against someone like this build. The fact that he's contained on this is not a build that's supposed to get contained, right? Between your vultures and your Goliaths, you should be able to win some early battles and actually be out on the map and not be contained. You actually want to be the container, but instead, we're in this really rough position for FORGG, and Light following up with siege tanks, he can just kind of do a big contain, and that's, you know.
Finally, the CC gets to land here. It's 45 supply to 74.
Oof. Yeah, that's a big difference, isn't it? So here we go. It's got some mines up there still. Comstat on the way.
Please repair this. Okay, thank you.
I've been funny
Every
if it
once in a
burns.
while it happens where they just lose the CC. They don't repair it. Now the push is coming. The
So-
Goliaths are here, but the tank can kind of naturally counter the Goliath, especially with mines in here.
Yeah, it looks like he wants to push all the way up right now. Which I feel like what he's doing with these tanks, how far up he's bringing them, doesn't line up with that command center he's building, but he might be so far ahead it does not matter.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you want to siege up over the bridge here. Instead, he's kind of pushing forward. I feel like, yeah,
it's
you
a little
have
bit
to fight
careless.
this as FORGG. You have to get up there and mix it up.
Okay, he takes out the one Goliath. These tanks, they can... Okay, I guess they are going to try to stay and fight here. Really good control here by Light. Just making sure that the weaker tanks are pulled away. Oh my gosh, now he plants some mines here.
Ooh, the Wraith is actually adding a lot of value at the moment. There's a Goliath right behind it, though.
Yeah. GG. Wow,
Yeah.
great game there by Light. Look, he was definitely the better Terran player. The early game there, that was so impressive. I love the landing of the barracks to get in the way, the push coming down with the vultures, putting the mines then under the CC. From there, it was a pretty easy killing blow.
Yeah, he got so far ahead with that for sure. All right, Light goes up to the winners match.